Welcome, and I'll bring the scarf in a little bit. Not got my shirt on today, so I have to do with the football scarf behind. Might have it on this afternoon just to ramp things up. But we've got Sunderland versus Sheffield Wednesday. I've been at work early this morning, and I mean early this morning. I was up at 4 o'clock, so I've actually just had a quick sleep. Oh dear, I can't be doing getting up at 4 o'clock. Needs must, eh? Needs must. We shall go with that one on there. Just pull everything up, and we will be going through. We'll cut away from that on here, and we will go on here. We will go for a different view of the game. And we will be going through the teams. So now, obviously, because I've just woke up, I'm not going to have a drink of beer. So it will be called coffee. And the odds first, shall we? We'll do the odds. I enjoy looking at the odds, I must admit. We've got Sunderland with a 6-5 odds. We've got a draw with 23-10. So, roughly even. Well, no. Getting towards more of an evens for Sunderland. It's about 2-1, just over for a draw. And 9-4 for Sheffield Wednesday. 2.25 to 1, which is pretty good. That shows they're not really, not really. They've got a favourite, and then they've just dumped it for the home team, I think, and that's one of the things that some of the betting companies do, alongside the fact that it depends who's betting for who. So it's an amalgamation of both. So yeah, 6-5 for Sunderland, 9-4 for Sheffield Wednesday, and 23-10 for the draw. So we'll be following on there. I won't turn the commentary on just yet. And we have got Danny Roll this morning on the left of me. What's that? We have to be hungry. It's a good start. One that the league and one of the cup today. One in the league and one in the cup. Today is a big challenge, and Sunderland is always special. Well, yeah, you have to be nice to the opposition, don't you? I suppose. I think what he's basically saying is Wednesday have had a damn good start. They don't want to get ahead of it. He doesn't want the players to get ahead of themselves. That's one of the things that I think happened with Birmingham in that first game. They just thought they were going to, with all the hype in front of it, they actually thought they were going to just sail through and off into the distance, and they'd end up with 10-0, 5-0, and they'd be trouncing the poor old League One sides. And yeah, they probably will as they get through. But that thought of, hey, we're not actually a massive, as in their case, not actually a massive club in a small pond. Well, they are, but they can't think that way, because if they start thinking that way, then you expect to win, and you expect to always be the top side. And he's got a good point. So Danny Roll's got Wednesday, they were emphatic 4-0 winning. They've got a really good manager there. God knows, that's one thing that Chansiri to me did really well, and it's get a manager in who has just made so much of what I think was a pretty much hashed together side that was sort of not really Championships class, but managed to get them playing. So what we got? Sunderland, we got Patterson in goal. We got Tri Hume, 09, Elise, and Gherkin at the back. Crikey. I've got my glasses on. Gherkin at the back. Yeah, it was a solid backline. Staggered mid of Roberts, Rigg, Bellingham, 9. Mix him up with 09. This is going to be good, isn't it? And Clark. Now that's if you go for the front as well, you go for Mayenda up front. You've got like a little triangle there that they tend to use quite often between Bellingham, Clark, and Mayenda. That seems to be. I've seen that starting to sort of just float into their game plan. So it's going to be interesting how Sheffield Wednesday match up with that little triangle on the left. Let's have a look at Wednesday. And Wednesday, we've got James Beadle in the goal. We've got Valerie, Iorfa, Bernard, and Max Lowe. Decent back line. I'm trying to sort of place them, but they're not really. You can't really say, oh, it's a decent Championship back line, or it's a decent. It's a nice. I would say it's an eclectic mix. It's actually quite a deep. There's lots of skills in different areas in that back line. It's quite a nice, a nice skill set that they've got. In midfield, they've got Ingleson. Wow. Bannon, I mean, what a pair! I mean, Ingleson did absolutely phenomenal last week. I thought he was, the way he just cut through that back line was just, oh God, he's got it. He's straight through. And then you got Bannon. Barry Bannon is Barry Bannon, isn't he? I mean, he's always one to watch. I mean, yeah, he has his off days, but you put him next to Ingleson, and I think you suddenly start getting this pair that work really good alongside each other. I'm not saying with each other, because I think they only tend to play with each other when they're passing it from side to side to try and probe the different sides of the pitch. And then you've got Gassama, Windass, and Wasaba, which, yeah, I'm actually not too bothered about Gassama. I think that they're. I'm actually not. I'm not a fan, but that's just my personal view. I mean, if there were fans in Wednesday fans in, you could tell me what you think of Gassama. I've not really watched him, but from what I have seen, I thought he played okay, but not sort of, not top of the Championship okay. And of course, got Jamal Lowe up front, who, well, he could have slotted away half a dozen. He could have slotted away half a dozen against Plymouth, couldn't he? So that's going to be that. We're just going to also put on this, which I've already got that on. I'll put the sound on so we can listen to that as well. So we've got our commentary. We can watch that. So what else have we got as we start trying to get to the kick-off time, which is just shortly away? We've got we've got some other games on. But we're going to stick with the Championship. So where's the other game? So we're waiting for the one to start now. And then my clock's just gone for 3 o'clock. So we will be going with Sunderland versus Sheffield Wednesday. Open that. We'll see what happens when it comes through. Remember, there is a lag between you and me. So if you're looking at it on the television, then there's a there can be anywhere between, because we're on the internet, we see it at the same time, but obviously then I'm relaying it to you, and that can take anything from sort of 45 seconds down to, I think the other day it was only about 10 seconds. So it can be a bit different. So do be aware that the different media types can also add another 20, 30 seconds on. So I've seen some of the games being like, oh, I can see it on the television, and Benjamin Bloom's there looking at it, and it's the poor guy is sort of like a minute and a half behind. By the time it's come through the computer, it's a minute and a half behind. So do be aware that you sometimes can beat it just. So if you do see a goal and or a bad tackle and you're watching it, make a comment. You never know, you might actually beat me, because obviously it's got to go. It depends what channel it gets through to me. You might get through to me quicker than what the video comes through. So we will be going soon. Sunderland, they triumphed 2-0 away at Cardiff, and we've started off the result, arguably of the opening weekend, thrashing Plymouth by 4 goals to 0. Since then, Sunderland, so for me, they're just kicking off. Luke 09 has it. It's gone straight back to Luke 09 and Patterson. So Patterson now for Sunderland. And we will go off with Sunderland versus Sheffield Wednesday. Good luck, guys. I don't know who you support. If you want to tell me who you support, then you're quite welcome to have a chat in the chat box. You can talk with each other. I have no problem with that. This is all about being a community. I just wanted to do things different, guys, and be, or girls. And Jack Clark there in the left corner. Can he get the Wednesday defence is actually quite staunch, isn't it? Tries crossing, but no, that's absolutely easy for Wednesday. Just kicks it straight out. Manages to get straight to low, but then it sort of 09 gets it and kicks it back. It's literally gone twice from the Wednesday goalkeeper to 09 and then back to the Wednesday goalkeeper. 09 Wednesday. This is just kick and run by Sunderland at the minute, which is I think Beadle's probably be quite happy with, because at the minute he's just picking up the long ball and just kicking it straight back out. It's with Tryhoom. Oh, and he fluffs that one, and it goes out for a Wednesday corner, taken short to Bannon. And then, Bernard cross it to Bernard, has a shot. Patterson stops it on the line. And Wednesday are on the front foot. Wednesday are straight into attack. That could have been 1-0 within 2 minutes. And Patterson, they're panicking a little bit, trying to just getting out of the box. So Wednesday are absolutely front foot as Sunderland kick it to the left-hand side to Kirkin, but he just couldn't quite keep it in, and it'll be another Wednesday throw-in, and that's on their right. But he throws it straight to Kirkin. And Gassama makes the best of it, so he grabs it back, gives it to Ingleson. Come on now. Ingleson, what did I say? His crossing was brilliant, and Gassama has a shot. And once again, Patterson stops it on the line. And it's been 2 shots in 50 seconds now for Sheffield Wednesday. If you count the rebound, it's about 3 shots from Sheffield Wednesday now. Oh, and Lowe gets it nicked by but it soon comes back to Sheffield Wednesday, and it's Bernard back in defence. Now it's been phenomenal. That's 2 shots on target, saved amazingly by Patterson in the goal by Sheffield Wednesday. And Sheffield Wednesday are not only on the front foot, they are going at this. They're going at the throat at the minute. Luco 9 tries kicking it into the box, but Beadle is just there to gather it, and Wednesday can start again from the defence, and Beadle quite happy to play along the back line for once. The only thing is here is that the back line is quite. Bellingham nicks it, but Masaba intercepts his quick pass. And Masaba now, he runs with it down the left-hand side. He's running with it all the way to the box. He's near the box. Low, Luco now with a timely tackle. Timely tackle. Bernard kicks it out to Bernard. Bernard then gives it downside. Low, I think. Low and Bernard doing a couple of 1-2s, and it goes across to Iorfa. Iorfa now on the right. Iorfa can play along midfield. They're actually slowing it down for once. Wednesday are playing a really quick game, and they're playing it so quick that you Sunderland not having the time and space, or even the space to stop and think. And the Championship, as you know, is played almost like with respect. You give people a couple of feet to play with the ball. Ingleson was nearly through then. I mean, he tried to do a 1-2, and Kirkin grabbed it on its way through. But he just kicks it out to Masaba, and Masaba now can try and come down the left. He crosses it, but Gassama does manage to get it at the second attempt. Right on the far right for Wednesday. It's 5 minutes 34. Gassama tries cross, but it's just taken out by Jack Clark, and Jack Clark, I think it is, who runs over the halfway line. Actually, the radio's not too far behind me, is it? It's about a couple of seconds behind me.
Possibly future Leeds United player as well. A lot of rumours around the transfer market that Leeds could be looking to re-sign Jack Clark with using some of the money that they've banked with the
it'd be interesting if Leeds get Jack Clark. It'd be would it harm the Sunderland's midfield, because that midfield is quite solid, but I'm not quite sure that it would sort of ruin that Rig Clark Mayende front line. So that'll be quite interesting. Roberts now for Sunderland on the right hand side. Roberts, Neil Patterson tries passing it up the other side. See, they've gone round to the side, and they get caught offside. It's interesting because Sunderland are using the goalkeeper all the way up. Their back line is far enough back to be cutting the ball from left to right along using the goalkeeper. Sheffield Wednesday can't do that because they're playing quite high, although they're going to prove me wrong now by playing here. Beadle and Masaba low, and a little triangle at the back there with Bernard, and even Windass there, and Ingleson's in few yards, not so far away from the goalkeeper. So they're proving me wrong now. Wednesday have started just to pull back a little bit. That first 2 minutes where they had 2 shots in 50 seconds, saved amazingly by Patson. That seems to have been a thing of the past now. They're starting to just pull back a little bit as Sunderland try and probe down both ends. But we are with Max Lowe, and it's in the defence for Sheffield Wednesday. The thing that Sunderland, at the minute, I would be thinking is that Sunderland have to be aware that they're pulling forward now. And for the last 2 or 3, 4 minutes, you can see you've got Jack Clark there in the corner, but Wednesday play a neat little offside. I'm not keen on the offside rule because I don't think for 1 minute that Sunderland were goal hanging or taking advantage of play. It was Wednesday pulling forward so that the poor Sunderland guys are just offside.
I suppose, the pass was backwards, but he was coming from a position where he was literally alongside the
there's a curling cross, and I don't know how you can be offside from when the ball was in front of the line, but hey, apparently you can nowadays. Clark, Bannon grabs it from Clark. Let's go through the game for a few minutes as Mayenda goes down the centre of the field for Sunderland, and Mayenda now can just do a couple of 1-2s on that right-hand side with left-hand side with Clark. So Clark and Mayenda playing a couple of 1-2s between each other, and we'll see what happens as Clark tries to.
Down there by Josh Windass. He certainly thinks he is.
Yeah,
the referee
Windass is.
It'll be a free kick.
Yeah, Windass is a nice whack on Clark, and it's a free kick to Sunderland. It's a very dangerous position. This.
Yeah, it was using his upper body strength, wasn't he, to try and just.
I think Windass should be watching that. That's not a nice place to be giving it. If you're going to give a free kick away, at least make sure it's.
Referees wouldn't give that, but interesting that this one today has. So it might be a good source of joy for Clark if he gets the ball into those areas. That he might win a few free kicks.
So Clark wins a free kick, yards out of the box.
Left-footed option over the ball. I think it's Trey Hume, the right-footed option. Pushing towards 25 yards out, left of centre. Just to see if this is just lifted into the penalty area. If it's Roberts who takes it, you imagine it will be aimed in towards a team.
Goal! Sunderland. Roberts takes it, I think, and it's gone straight in the net. It's Sunderland. Amazingly, it's Sunderland 1. Wednesday 0. And Roberts has scored.
Have been played in this game, and it's Dennis left back ghosting in at the far post, completely unmarked. The delivery.
All right, okay, so he didn't manage to.
The header textbook from Sirkin.
Sirkin managed to edge it in from the far post. So Sirkin gets it from that Roberts cross. Roberts, actually, I think Roberts was trying to get it in the net, and it did look like it was from him. But it's Sirkin that's got it, and it is 1-0 to the Sunderland. And Sunderland now, with their first shot on target, are 1-0 up. We're going to call him Sirkin now. We hear the radio keep calling him Sirkin. I keep calling him Kirkin. It's a C. It's a C. It's not an S. Dear. These Northerners. Bernard for Sheffield Wednesday, and they must feel hard done by Sheffield Wednesday. They have been by far the best team in the first 5 minutes, and had 2 shots, point blank shots that have been absolutely brilliantly saved, and yet they find themselves 1-0 down, and it's Sunderland that are in the lead.
For Sunderland, but didn't manage one in just a handful of appearances last season, so I might just get him firing again. But here comes Sunderland again.
Roberts now. Oh, and this time Roberts does try himself, and it's off target there.
Onto his left foot, low drive. Claims it took a deflection. Referee, judging by the look on Chris Riggs' face, doesn't agree that it'll be a goal kick rather than a corner.
Goal kick to Sheffield Wednesday, and Sheffield Wednesday can try and get back into this, and I think they can. It's not going to be a case of
maybe not. No, it's gone wide, and it does look like they might. Yeah, they're set up for a corner, aren't they? Yeah, it is a corner. So maybe the referee changed his mind.
Well,
delayed making
the decision. The referee's changed his mind. He was giving it
initially, but he's got the call. Roberts, terrible.
It's O'Neill anyway. O'Neill's giving it to Mike Slow.
Bouncing into the front post, easily cleared away by the Sheffield Wednesday defender, and we've seen the.
I was looking down, so I'm trying to type something. So I missed all that, so I was typing away. There we are. It's good when you're typing things and you miss something on screen. But Mike Slow now for Sheffield Wednesday, passing it back to Bannon. Bannon now to Lowe. We're on the left-hand side, and we're trying to play it up the left wing, but Roberts intercepts the quick 1-2s. And as Roberts intercepts, we'll try and he's actually passing it back again. He's going to go all the way back and right up the left-hand side, isn't he? Patterson, and back up the left, perhaps.
more set plays.
He had to stop them because he could. Yeah, it is up the left to Mayende. Jack Clark and Masaba makes a good interception. They said good that Masaba was there because that was it clears it, but he only clears it as far as Sirkin, and Sirkin gets tackled by Orfa. The back line now is actually working a lot better than it did just then by Windass taking down Jack in the wrong place, Jack Clark in the wrong position. All because of Windass's insane niggly tackle that just got them a free kick in the wrong position. Valerie now Valerie kicks it. Couldn't quite control it, and it goes out for a Sunderland throw, and it's right by it's just behind where they had the free kick. But Bellingham grabs it. Elise 09. Hume now they've gone from the left side to the right. They're now going up rig up the right side. Tries a cross, but Beadle finds that one quite easy.
On top now, they've not won at home in a competitive fixture.
Sunderland are doing well now. They've got their pecker up now. They were well behind. Oh my God! Hang on a second. It's Sunderland too. What happened? What happened?
Oh no! Oh, has lost the ball. Sheffield Wednesday might be an opportunity for Mayendo. Curls the ball into the back of the net.
Mayendo just grabbed the ball from nowhere. How the hell did they lose the ball?
Lead Sheffield Wednesday by 2 goals.
That was a monumental error at the back for Sheffield Wednesday.
Again, sloppy defensive work from Sheffield Wednesday from a restart. You know, they were playing out a goal kick there, easy possession at the back, and just a mistake in midfield. But I mean, it wasn't a great pass to him. But he's
Beadle's got a goal kick, and he just kicks it in. He kicks it nicely into midfield, and they just fluff it. And it's I'll take it then, and I'll whack it in the back of the net. I mean, that was just a monumental error by. It's actually the midfield of Sheffield Wednesday. They just. What the hell did they think they were doing? Beadle had a goal kick and he's kicked it out, and it's just gone straight back in, curling kick in response because the midfield just fluffed the hell out of it, and it's in the back of the net, and it's 2-0 to Sunderland. I'm shocked. And I'm a Rotherham fan, so I'm not going to be supporting Wednesday too many times, but they've been the best side for the first 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and they've had 2 brilliant shots on goal, but just got saved really well, and all of a sudden they make 2 fluffs of it. Windass made a stupid niggly tackle in the wrong position for the first goal, for the first free kick that gave the goal, and then Wednesday make another stupid mistake few minutes later, and it's 2-0. Jamal Lowe, anyway, gives it to Bannon. Bannon now, let's see whether they can respond to this. So they pass it to the right-hand side to Valerie. Valerie now on the far side. Can he... I'd have preferred it with Ingleson, but can Valerie cross it?
Valerie, who's crossed into the box, is blocked by Sirkin. Sheffield Wednesday
Kicks that one out. So Valerie's he just tried running into a brick wall there, and he just wasn't going to get anywhere. So unfortunately, Valerie ends up with a egg on his face.
We can recover from this, but then 2-0 down after a mistake, a series of mistakes really for the second goal. They need to get back into this game pretty swiftly. So they've got a set piece now. We'll see what they can do. Iorfa and Bernard have
Jack Clark
forward from the back for this Sheffield Wednesday corner that will be taken in swinging delivery. It looks like from Barry Bannon. There's a crowd of players inside the 6-yard box. It's a good ball into the area from Bannon, and I think that flicked off a Sunderland head. It did. Referee signals for another corner.
There's another corner. All right, okay. I don't know how that.
Sheffield Wednesday left. It was Sirkin who
came a bit.
Full stretch certainly.
Jack Clark. Bannon gets a shot on target, or just off target. I think it just whisks past the goal.
He's defended his near post all right there. That's with the corner from the.
So it's back for a goal kick.
Bannon, who lashes a goal-bound effort towards goal. That was certainly travelling. Sunderland body was able to get in the way. So Anthony Patterson wasn't called on in the end, but a good strike for Barry.
Max Lowe.
Perfectly on his left foot.
O'Neill. Nearly. Mayenda. We were a bit of a mix-up in the box then. Nearly ended up in the back of the net. Mayenda can try and pull it away for Sheffield Wednesday. For Sunderland, sorry. You get the colours right, please. Oh dear. Yeah, after all that, I didn't even try to put it in the chat, did I?
Just 4 minutes after that,
I will do.
When Sheffield Wednesday had made the brighter start of the two teams, but they've got a lot.
Sheffield Wednesday did make the brighter start. Yeah, I totally agree with them. They were certainly on the front foot as Masaba comes down the left-hand side and gets tackled by Tri-Hume. Tri-Hume now can try and pull it back, and he'll try and. Oh, no.
Halfway line right in front of the respective technical areas at the Stadium of Light.
He's managed to miscontrol it, and it's gone out for a Sheffield Wednesday throw. That one back again. Sheffield Wednesday throw. Taking his time, but we have a Wednesday throw right on the halfway line.
A club rather who've got a very much a sort of a philosophy.
It's interesting, I think, when you're listening to the. I listen to the commentary as well while I'm looking in it. And it's very slow sometimes. There's like go off and chat about something. It's kind of quite interesting.
Flash a little bit, they could go
Valerie now on the right hand side doing a couple of 1-2s with Bernard. Valerie, Bernard, Beadle, Iorfa, Bernard. A little triangle there at the back. Max Lowe. They're trying to really slow the pace down. Make sure I keep that open. Ingleson now. Come on, Ingleson played so well last week. What can we see from Ingleson as he's playing with Windass there, which is Banham. Ingleson and Banham. Back to Beadle. They're just trying to slow the game down now. Our Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday won't panic just yet. They're really flying start of their own.
Beadle
season, 2 wins from 2 across.
Tries a long pass, but Luke 09 can grab that one, and he'll probably pass it back and try a few probing runs, little probing jogs up the left and right. But I think it's a free kick to Sunderland.
But again, just really first time going a little bit.
Again, Windass is coming in. He's coming in. He's giving away a few free kicks. I'm not quite sure whether he needs to give away so many free kicks. Windass. He's caused the first goal by giving the free kick in the wrong position. That was just so silly. They've gone from the right side now, Sunderland, to the left with Sirkin. Sirkin tries it right into the corner, but Valerie gets there first. But when he tries passing it back across, Bellingham grabs it, and it's now Neil. And Neil runs into and he has a shot, and it's just off target. But that was quite difficult there. He could have done better than that. Probably hit the local pigeons or the local seagulls, I think, at that rate. You can hear the seagull disappearing. It's outside, actually. We're by the sea where I am. So, Neil. As I said, I was going to get the two Neils mixed up, didn't I? Neil makes the shot and hits the pigeon on the top of the stand.
Short corner routine from Sunderland. Hopefully, this one's a little bit better.
And
certainly
Neil now.
Work it short. Roberts one step back from the ball and does.
Oh, how on earth Like Sunderland had a corner and it's gone in.
Sheffield Wednesday penalty area, rolls it in towards the edge of the box. Rigg will strike towards goal, he deflects, and it's held into the back of the net by Luke O'Nine, who wheels away.
Luke O'Nine gets it this time.
Offside, but Luke O'Nine,
I don't like being offside from corners. They're calling for an offside from a corner, which I hate people doing that. But the corner came in, and Luke O'Nine just pushes it over the line. Wednesday are trying for offside, but I hate people trying for offside from corners. I cannot see how you can possibly be offside from a fucking corner. I mean, what do you think? Can you really be offside from a corner?
It's a really good call out from the linesman on the near side. Once more, it's Windass, Josh Windass.
And now it's Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Deflected shot from Rigg, so the corner routine works this time. It does. I think we were both expecting the offside flag to be raised, but Josh Windass was a lot
no
deeper
way, you can't.
no.
I don't agree with.
Behind and managed to nick in bravely ahead of James Beadle. Turn the ball.
I can't see how you can have it like I can't. Yeah, you say, oh yeah, he was offside. Well, yeah, he was in advance. He was ahead of the back three of the back defence, but the guy kicking the ball from the corner is.
The game's probably been sewn up already, to be honest, before I get into commentary, but
the ball was already ahead of the defenders, so surely he can't be. I don't know. Oh, Wednesday! I'm chatting away. He's gone all the way to the bloody other end, and they've got a goal. And I've missed it completely. It's all of a sudden it's Sunderland 3. Ingleson.
Oh no, it's offside.
No, it's offside.
Well, the initial header on the
the linesman's flagged it offside. That was a good goal as well. I've just seen the replay of it. It's actually a good goal. Ingleson should have been. That was a.
So it's still 3-0.
It's Sirkin that was offside. Ingleson got the goal, but Sirkin was offside, and it stays as it is. So Wednesday goal disallowed. So they've had such bad luck today. Wednesday, absolutely dreadful luck. They've had 2 shots in 50 seconds that should have given them at least 1 goal. And then it goes to the other end. They make 2 mistakes, and it's 2-0. Beadle low panics and tries to push forward, but Neil grabs that in the midfield as it goes through and gives it to Roberts. Roberts is running at the defence now. And he's causing them all sorts of problems, and he gives it to me, passes it through neatly to Mayenda, and Mayenda now can try and passes it in.
For the striker, but he's just lost it there.
And Mayenda just couldn't quite grab it.
Good strong upper body work from the defender, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Yeah, more robust defending.
Nearly managed to clear it before it got to Mayenda, but if he had, it might have gone out for a corner. So probably best that he didn't get it. The goalie gives it to Gassama and then tries passing it. Gassama tries passing it sort of sideways, but Neil grabs that for Sunderland. And Sunderland again in the centre circle trying to play the ball forward. Bernard grabs it, passes it back to the goalkeeper Beadle. Beadle now can try and roll it across the back. Bernard, Beadle playing a little bit of football at the back. Trying to slow the game down now, I think, and my God, they need to, because at the minute it's Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0, and we're only on 27 minutes. Sunderland now throw in. Oh, gets kicked straight back out. Sunderland back out. Throw in. Sunderland. Rigg. Ingleson grabs it. Now, what can Ingleson do? Ingleson will be seething that he got
Ingleson will carry it for
That
Sheffield
one
Wednesday.
disallowed.
Spread it out to the left there, but he's overhit his pass towards Windass.
Way too overhit pass. Windass just couldn't grab that, and it goes out.
Statistics have just come up on our screen. Sunderland have scored all three efforts.
Sunderland will throw in now from their back right side, and he gives it to O'Nine. Well, is it forward and tries to catch Beadle off his line, I think. Not going to do it from there. Beadle kicks it, goes straight to Neil in the centre circle.
In the crowd today, I'm not sure whether that's
Neil there,
in terms of
trying pushing it forward.
Next few
He's just sauntering along. Oh, Wednesday.
Well, I think he's stopped the game actually for possible head injury to Dominic Iorfa back inside the Owls half. He's gone back to check on him now.
I don't know who's given the yellow card to.
See the incident that has obviously hurt Iorfa, but he's still down on his knees.
Iorfa's on the ground. See, Iorfa went down.
Possibly nearer the halfway line, which.
But then Wednesday got a yellow card, so I'm not quite sure.
Just took a stray arm or a finger to the face. Looks to be a bit more superficial than anything, and was offering a hand of apology. I haven't seen that replay, but I think Dominic Iorfa should be okay. Breaking play, not necessarily the worst thing in the world either.
It's Ingleson that's got the yellow card.
Gather their composure and
interestingly enough.
In there, 3-0. It looks a long way back because it is, but if they were to concede a fourth, then that would be game, set, and match, even with less than 30 minutes on the clock. Yeah, so we're just seeing a replay of the third goal now. That finish from Luke O'Nine, who just bent his run in a really sort of almost a striker-like fashion, but managed to keep on going.
So what do we have? We're going to have a Sunderland free kick in a minute for the foul that I didn't see.
Sheffield Wednesday nil, but we're just waiting to find out if Dominic Iorfa is going to be all right to carry on.
We're sort of waiting for Iorfa to get up at the minute, so there's not an awful lot we can do until Iorfa gets off the ground. He took a finger to the face, apparently, with the looks of it. Really does just look like a finger to the face, and he's gone down like a sack of spuds. So he must be able to carry on.
A water break as well now because of the extended stoppage.
Water break? I mean, Sunderland's going to be freezing, isn't it?
Lorient manager is getting his instructions into his players. He's a manager with a reputation of bringing youth players on. He managed the Lorient youth team as well as the B team.
I'm actually quite surprised that Sunderland has started so well because their manager is a young guy who's, like they were just saying on the radio there, he's managed the youth team, he's abroad, he's managed an academy side, but he's not really managed a first team top level football club. And yeah, he's a sort of youth team, B team, academy team person. Beadle gathers this and plays it out to where the defence. It goes back into Beadle.
He knocks it out to the right hand side and gets it back.
Then gives it to the right hand side again with Ingleson and back to Beadle.
An auxiliary central defender at the moment.
Bernard on the left hand side.
Receiving treatment. He's back on
and he gives it to Masaba, but Roberts takes that one and he's tackled off him. They've really got to keep the ball a little bit longer than this Wednesday. They just seem to be losing it in that defence. Lowe loses it to Roberts, and I don't know what Lowe's doing, but he's.
I guess in this situation with Sunderland 3-0 up, you're going to get that. But if it's 0-0,
yeah, Max Lowe is not having a good time down there. Luke O'Nine, Wednesday tried pushing it down the left hand side. It goes all the way to the corner, but Luke O'Nine grabs that one first.
Trying to beaver his way down the left hand side. Has he won a corner from O'Nine's challenge? I think he has. So
has he won a corner? Has Luke O'Nine managed to tip it out? Luke O'Nine does look like he's tipped it out from corner.
Barry Banner's going to take this corner now.
Banner's taking the corner, and it's
corner, so he wasn't on corner duty last time out. So they've switched their corner taken out. The left footer. It's going to be an away swinging delivery. All the black
Luke O'Nine gets that kick, and it's fumbled out for a...
Sends a floating ball high to the back post. A towering header from Iorfa, but it's down and wide.
Luke O'Nien pushes that out.
He's up there. Was it just maybe eased off by a defender and couldn't quite make the contact he was looking for? He rises well. As I say, it might be O'Nien who just backs into him.
It is O'Nien. O'Nien just gathers it and kicks it out. It comes back to the goalie. Goalie's now kicked it out. He's only rolled it to O'Nien. O'Nien gives it to back to Patterson. Pushes it up and Ingleson loses it to Bellingham. They were in a good position there. Bellingham nudges it right to Tryhume. Tryhume now to Roberts. Roberts tries pushing it. This time Max Hume gets it but loses it to Tryhume. And Wednesday get a throw in. And again, Max Lowe is just losing possession on that left hand side and is just not. I keep looking at the side. Yeah, he's just at least this time Max Lowe pushes it off off a Sunderland player and gets a throw in for Wednesday. But he's been having quite a torrid game on that left hand side. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Max Lowe gets taken off. Throw-in goes to Sheffield. It goes to Sunderland, and it comes back to Ingleson. Ingleson now on the left-hand side.
Sheffield Wednesday, Rick this time couldn't manage to wriggle his way behind Windass. Now there's a foul on Ingleson. The referee comes over.
He takes a
yellow
kick
card to a Sunderland player.
And
a challenge.
Sunderland get a yellow card for that challenge on Ingleson.
Taking some sympathy there.
It gets kicked across, but a bit of a ping pong ball over in the far right with Gassama and O'Nien. Gassama seems to have come away with it, but Sirkin grabs it from him, gives it to Bellingham, and of course Joe Bellingham isn't going to suffer fools, tries running it forward, but Bernard puts it out for a Sunderland throw. Nicely positioned for a long throw. This, well, we'll see what Sunderland do. They could quite easily get this into the box. Doesn't he? Throws it sideways and ends up Windass grabs it and Bannon. He gives it to Bannon. Gives it to Gassama, but loses it to Bellingham right on the halfway line. Down to Jack Clark, straight through the Wednesday midfield players, and Sirkin now gets it back in the Sunderland midfield. Elise cross to the right hand side, and it's Hume and Roberts playing a couple of 1-2s, but Ingleson said, "I'm not having any of that," and goes straight through the middle of them and nicks the ball away from them. Ingleson now. Just couldn't control it. Goes out for a Sunderland throw. Comes back to feet away to Tryhume. Back to O'Nien. O'Nien now. Patterson for Sunderland outside his box. It's like on Patterson to Beadle there. I don't know what one keeper to another keeper is going to be. What a goal! What a kick!
Occasions already in this game. That one had a bit too much meat on it, though.
Bernard, I just listened to the radio saying, "Oh, that had some meat on it." That goal kick, didn't he? And he did. The goalie kick went straight to the Wednesday goalkeeper on the other side. Jack Clark, anyway, Sirkin down the left-hand side. He's then going right into the corner, and he's trying to get through the defence. He's managed to get through the defence. They've managed to hustle that off him, I think. And it's gone out for a throw to Sunderland.
Struggling to get hold of it, whether that's
which no, they're saying it came off a Sunderland player, and it's Sunderland Wednesday throw it in, and it goes to Bellingham, and Bellingham now can play from. He's kicked it. He's not controlled it very well. gone to Gassama, and Gassama's going to Valerie Iorfa. You've got to get it out. There's too many red shirts around you. No, Elise grabs it from you. They've got to get it. When they've got the ball, they've got to give it away. They're just tapping it short Wednesday on that right-hand side, and it's not working. Apart from the fact that Maxlow is also playing a pretty awful game on that Maxlow. Here we go, Maxlow, and he loses it, and it's straight over throwing to Sunderland. As soon as I say Maxlow has a really torrid game, he miscontrols it, and it goes out for a Sunderland throw. Try him. Roberts now. Back to Luke 09. Luke 09. Back to Patson. Elise.
Penalty area, lobs it into Roberts, who knocks it back to the halfway line. And
Elise now, it's 39 minutes and 5 seconds here. Jack Clark, Luke 09. They're playing it in defence. They're quite happy to do this. They'll go up the right hand side now. Try Hume on the right. Yeah, they're going to do it again.
A couple of minutes really, barring ball out of play. So 9 finds Hume again. Sheffield Wednesday chasing shadows. Long ball from Hume. Looking for Roberts, but he's overcooked that one. Goes out of play for a throw, and Sheffield Wednesday do get the ball with 6 minutes left in the first
throw into Sheffield Wednesday. Try Hume's. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Through ball, cross. No. Wednesday throw it in and give it him back. God knows why. Max Lowe. Max Lowe loses it to Rigg. Rigg then kicks it out, and it could be a Wednesday throw-in. I'm not impressed with Max Lowe. I mean, Max Lowe back to goalie. Bernard tries crossing it back to Max Lowe, but he doesn't get there, and Mayenda grabs it from him in the corner. Mayenda gives it to Roberts. Roberts now. 09. 09.
Back to Roberts, then makes space for himself. Makes space for Roberts to maybe attack the fullback. Roberts jinking onto his left foot.
Gives it to Hume. They're just teasing Wednesday's defensive line now. As back to 9. Neil and 9. You're a bloody tongue together. Neil and 9. Neil and 09. Christ. He passes it to Roberts. Roberts has a shot, but it's a pretty weak one. And they'll be happy with that. Sheffield Wednesday, I think.
The fullback goes for a goal with a curling effort. It's just over the crossbar. Terrific stuff from Sunderland again. And once more,
they'll be happy that one's out and not on target. Wednesday get a goal kick, and they'll be hoping that in the next 4 minutes they can at least get one back. They really do need to be thinking about. They've had 3 cracking attempts. And really should have scored at least one of them, but all play to Sunderland. They've been very, very clinical. As Beadle sort of puts it to his feet and kicks it and gives it straight to Bellingham. I mean, that's the one player I wouldn't want to give it to. Bellingham passes it back to the Patterson in goal, and Patterson tries his own little kick, and that little big kick again. I guess it's Roberts. Rigg. Rigg now tries a through ball, but Bernard kicks it back out to him, and it's now back with Rigg. Rigg now on the right hand side, passes it back to try Hume. Hume now on the right hand side, pass it back to Luke 09. He's going to go to the left, I bet. Oh yeah, so it is Bellingham on the left now. But he gets it back to Elise. That's strange. They usually try probing both ways. Jamal Lowe nicks it and has a shot on. Well, it's not on target. It's off target. Jamal Lowe there nearly. If it had just took his time, I think. It's going to be a Wednesday throw-in.
Looks like they're setting up for a long throw here. Ingleson has got.
Yeah, they could probably do a long throw here. It does look like a decent place to get a long ball into the area.
All the goals coming in the first 23 minutes.
But Bellingham, Wendas! Oh no! Luke 09 grabs it from him as he's about to give it the boot into the back of the net, and Luke 09 makes a tiny clearance to Clark. Valerie nicks it from him.
stepped onto the ball again here, knocks it back. Valerie tries to flick it through, but he's lost it now in a challenge with Clark, and Clark
Bannon to Lowe. Ingleson.
No handball there as it falls back to Valerie, now with Bannon. Bannon trying to drive.
Bellingham grabs it from Lowe, and as Lowe tries to push it through the middle. But he tries playing forward the midfield, and Bannon eventually gets it to Valerie.
It in Sheffield Wednesday's possession.
Max Lowe. Oh, wait, what's he doing on that side? Hang on a minute.
Valerie. Valerie knocks it back into defence now.
Max Lowe on the
switch out to Iorfa is massively over
right hand side. It's way over hit.
Goal kick to Sunderland.
And it's a goal kick to Sunderland. Yeah, I mean Max Lowe. A, he's on the wrong side. What's he doing over there? B, that's just a kick. Let's give it them back.
What we do with Sheffield Wednesday goal before half time, to really set it up for the second half. But
So we have a goal kick for Sunderland.
No, it just feels like Sheffield Wednesday need to get
it. Gives it to Mienda, and Mienda is right in. Oh, but good time. He tries passing it to Roberts, but Wednesday did intercept it, but Roberts grabs it back again from him, and he can probably cross it to Mienda, who's in the middle.
Sense either. He's got a key role to play as well. Sort of
looks like he's been fouled on it.
He's not been influencing the game enough. No, so I think you can take
not a foul.
One for the mistakes
manages to turn, grab it back and whip it back to Sirkin. Sirkin's in the area, so Sirkin's just going to build from the back end.
Yeah, Gisama was offside in the goal they did score, so he was culpable there. Musaba did look very lively in the early stages.
Sirkin now.
A chance for Sunderland to load the box again on the attacking side. They've got a free kick out on the right. Two players over it, left and right footed options, Roberts and Clark.
It goes up to Wednesday, and they get a free kick.
Both left-footed options, aren't they, really? So,
goes to, comes in, goes to Lowe.
This one's
Lowe, Jamal Lowe now for Wednesday in his own area.
Reflection and goes behind for a corner.
And Jamal Lowe taps it out for a corner. So Sunderland now with another corner. We saw the last corner go straight in the net. Well,
Clark's come across again to offer the short.
But Clark, he gives it short to Clark. Clark gives it to Roberts. Roberts. I don't know. They're playing the. We'll keep the ball idea, which I've seen quite a few times now. Passes it down to the left-hand side, but Windass is knowledgeable of what's happening. Tries passing it backwards, but Luco 9 seems to be quicker than the ball and grabs it. And Luco 9 now in the Sheffield Wednesday half. Passes it back to Patterson, who's sort of halfway between his goal and the halfway line. And he kicks it to Rigg, and Jack Clark now in the next to the area. So Jack Clark gives it to Bellingham, the one person that you don't want him to give it to. 9, Neil. Neil and 09. I'm going to regret doing this one, aren't I? Across the Hume on the right hand side, and gives it to Jack Clark. That's just a really good shot. Gets blocked, comes back. Rigg has a shot on goal, and it's another block on the line. And it's almost 4-0. And it goes behind for a corner, I think. That was blocked on the line, and Sunderland nearly made it 4-0 with 47 minutes on the clock.
Was going to his left, had to readjust and dive to his right.
Short to Hume, crosses it in, and Windass now in the middle. Windass loses it, and Rigg grabs it from him and hits it, and it hits a defender, comes back out. Sirkin, another hit, and that comes back out. And the goalie manages to grab it, and bloody hell, it was nearly another goal again. And so Sheffield Wednesday, really, can they hang on here till half time? And it's 9 seconds officially to half time. How on earth they've managed to stay not 4 goals down at half time from his onslaught from Sunderland, I don't know. But Sunderland are on the up as we see. That's it. It's called half time, and Sunderland nearly making it 4-0 twice in the last 20 seconds there. And Beadle was playing absolutely out of his skin at the back. If it wasn't for Beadle at that point, it would have been 4-0. For me, the main error, it's been the untimely tackles from Windass. Windass has just been making stupid tackles, and he gave the first goal away with that niggly tackle in a really, really stupid position. Then he carried on making another couple of really silly tackles. And Max Lowe has been a bag of doo-doo. Whenever I see Max Lowe with the ball, he's lost it. If he tackles, he doesn't get it. If he tries receiving a ball, he fluffs it and it goes out for a Sunderland throw-in. So far, I've seen absolutely nothing from Max Lowe to make me think why on earth they got him in. He certainly is their he's certainly their gap in the defence is certainly Max Lowe. Bernard's been there he's been quite consistent. Ioff has been quite consistent. Valerie's been very consistent and quite good. Whether I would probably just have to, I mean, I don't like picking on any one particular player, but I think Wednesday at the minute have Max Lowe and Windass to thank for a lot of the troubles they've got. Sirkin for Sunderland's been extremely strong and really some really good probing runs, as has Try Hume. Try Hume's had some really good probing runs. Joe Bellingham's been a little bit quiet, to be honest. I think he's been rather just there. And Mayenda, he's another one that's been just hanging around in the right areas. And you can't blame him. That's where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a goal scorer. So we'll leave the radio on and we'll go for it. I'll go for a coffee and hopefully you'll see the second half. We'll do the second half. We've had a few people coming in and out. Hopefully you'll be back to see me in the second half because we've still got 45 minutes play yet.
Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Sirkins, header from Patrick Roberts, free kick with Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luco Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half time. Chris Brigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Sirkins, header from Patrick Roberts, free kick with Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luco Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half time. Chris Brigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Sirkins, header from Patrick Roberts, free kick with Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luco Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half time. Chris Brigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Sirkins, header from Patrick Roberts, free kick with Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half-time. Chris Rigg denied by a superb James Beadle save. Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at the break. Dennis Serkins header from Patrick Roberts, free kick, but Sunderland in front on 11 minutes. 4 minutes after that, Eliza Mayanda doubled Sunderland's lead with a left-foot curling strike. Luke O'Nine's close-range finish made it 3-0 before the 25-minute mark. Ingleson did have the ball in the back of the net for Sheffield Wednesday soon after. That was ruled out for offside, and Sunderland could have a fourth on the stroke of half.
Well, it's been an interesting first half because we actually started with Wednesday playing really well. Thank you, camera. And they actually, we'll turn him down. We actually started with Wednesday playing really well. And they had two shots within 50 seconds of each other. And it looked, to all intents and purposes, in the first 5 minutes, like Sheffield Wednesday were going to walk away with it. In fact, if you'd have said at half time it was going to be 3-0, I'd have been, after that first 5 minutes, I would honestly be saying, oh, Wednesday are going to be 3-0 up then. Because there was no way on earth you would be thinking that Sunderland would be 3-0 up. Then Windass made that stupid niggly tackle. A lot of people looking at that now, I can see it on the net. People saying it was never a foul in a million years. So after a really good start, brilliant start by Wednesday, and like I say, I would have been saying 3-0. Oh, it's going to be Wednesday then, isn't it? Windass gave that free kick away. And the second goal was just weird. I don't know what the midfield were thinking they were doing. So Bernard, they gave the goal. It was a goal kick. That was a strange thing. It was a goal kick, and Wednesday had all the time in the world to kick it out. Beadle kicked it out, went to midfield, who so like one or two kicks and he just came straight through and put it in the back of the net, and it was like it was a really good curling shot, but pass into the net towards the goal. But what happened? Where did it come from? You can't have a goal kick and give it away so willy-nilly and in such a dangerous position. So they went from 1-0 to 2-0. Both of which were total mishaps by Sheffield Wednesday. And straight after a 5-minute spell, we say a 50-second spell for Sheffield Wednesday, where they had two really brilliant shots. And a couple of minutes later, another really, really brilliant shot that should have been 2-0 at least to Sheffield Wednesday. And all of a sudden, it's like two errors and it's 2-0 the other direction. So I don't know what you think of the game so far, but it's been Wednesday brilliant for 5-6 minutes, absolutely on top, controlling the game thoroughly, and then all of a sudden Sunderland have come out fighting and caused errors in Wednesday's midfield and defense. Well, it's actually midfield, isn't it? It's all midfield. Well, yeah, it is all midfield. Yeah, it's all midfield's fault at the minute. But then I'd also like to know what Wednesday fans think of Max Lowe. I mean, what do you think? If there's anybody here, do you want to tell me what you think of, or if you're watching this later, tell me what you think of Max Lowe, because I'm watching this and thinking I'm not over enamored by Max Lowe. When he gets a cross or pass given to him, he seems to be fluffing it, and he's fluffing it too often, and it goes out for a Sunderland throw. And you think, well, just control the fucking thing. It's passed it to you nice and gentle. Just trap the ball and play it. And then he'll be running with the ball. He'll get tackled and he'll lose it. Or he'll tackle for the ball and he's nowhere bloody well near it. He'll not give a foul away, but he doesn't get the ball. And okay, I get the fact that he's near it. He keeps straight towards Bellingham, and you're not going to get the ball off Bellingham, are you? Let's face it. So at the minute, my main points of concern are Max Lowe for Sheffield Wednesday, Windass for his niggly tackles, because he's been doing it all the way through the first half. To me, it's been either fouls or just really pushing the realms of pushing the realms. He hasn't got a yellow card, has he? No, it's Ingleson that got a yellow card. But yeah, really quite niggly. I think Sunderland has been quite good. I'd say Mayenda has actually been quite quiet. I know he's scored the goal, and you might think I'm being daft, but he's just in the right place at the right time, which is what a striker's supposed to be. But when you're actually looking for a person who's playing football and actually passing and tackling and winning balls, he doesn't seem to me to be the sort of striker who wins balls. He's given it and he shoots. Whereas Jack Clark is one of those now. Jack Clark's totally different, isn't he? You see Jack Clark, and he has been all the way through the first 45 minutes. He'll tackle for the ball. He'll win the ball. He'll lose it sometimes, but he's got the ball. He'll tackle it. He'll lose it, win it. He's a footballer. Whereas Mayenda is one of those like, Sheffield Wednesday, Smith. He's one that Mayenda's quite like Smith for me. I don't tackle for the ball. I don't win the ball. I tend not to play passing football. I tend to just be there for to actually score the goal. So Mayenda's been not bad. He's just been in the right place at the right time. We're about to come back for the second half. So, I think it's been interesting. I'd love to know Wednesday's thoughts on Max Lowe there. So, I know people keep coming in and coming out. I'm going to try and catch one. I'm going to try and catch one and see what they think, because I am interested, even as a Rotherham fan in League One. I'm interested in what they think.
Michael Smith, who came off the bench to score against Plymouth last week, and he enters the fray. JD Gassama has been replaced. Jamal Lowe.
So it's Gassama off and Michael Smith on. So we've gone. Let's have a look at this. We've got Gassama coming off, and we've gone sort of. We're sort of slipping into a two up front now. So we're trying to push the Wednesday forwards up. They are trying to do it. Michael Smith now in the. Michael Smith's playing football now, which is really just to prove me wrong. And. Just didn't quite.
Maybe this is a signal that they're going to go long from.
So went to Michael Smith, had a quick shot, but it's back to the goalkeeper, who goes it to Sirkin on the left-hand side. And we've already seen Michael Smith come on for Gassama and have his first shot. So that's within 50 seconds of the restart. So let's see what happens here. As Hume now tries passing it back to Luke O'Knight. Back to the goalkeeper. They're certainly passing it in, like two little triangles along the back. Tries a nice probing push there from the goalie, but Burnley gets it, passes it back to Beadle. Beadle kicks it out, and once again he keeps kicking it to Bellingham. Oh Jesus, wept! No, pass it to Bellingham, and it goes straight through, and it's 4-0. Wednesday have just conceded almost straight from the kickoff. Mayende just in the right place at the right time. Bellingham just gave it to him, and it's Sunderland 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. And where the hell did Beadle gave it to Bellingham yet again in the centre circle, and he keeps doing it. And this time he just pushed it. Bellingham pushed it to Mayende, and Mayende just made no error with that, straight into the back of the net. And It's now surely game, set, and match.
It's a really tight ball.
If you're a Wednesday fan, I want to know your opinion on Max Lowe. Oh, he disappeared. I want to know a Wednesday fan's opinion on Max Lowe because I've been talking about it, but to myself.
Sheffield Wednesday back for Clark. He has to pull it into an area. It's a good ball back. Beadle can't get there, and Mayenda wasn't going to miss from 5 yards out of an empty goal to aim. Fantastic day.
Musaba. Back to Neil. Neil now.
Now got 2 in red and white, and Sunderland
Neil walking it around the midfield area. Bellingham now in his favourite place in the middle. Passes it to Neil. Neil now.
Last weekend against Plymouth, well.
Oh, and Roberts has a shot, but it's blocked and it comes off. Has it gone off for a?
Last weekend.
Did it come off for a corner?
Coming forward now, looking for another goal. Patrick Roberts cutting in from the right-hand side. We saw him do that towards the end of the first half as well, where he killed one just over the top of Beadle's crossbar.
Didn't hit anybody on the way through. Thought it hit somebody on the way through, but it didn't.
Then we come out, start the
So it's a Wednesday kick. Gives it to Michael Smith, who loses it. Because I say he's not really a tackler. And if you're a Wednesday fan, can you just stay for a second? I need to ask you a question. What do you think of Max Lowe? Because Max Lowe's been losing the ball every time, well, every other time he gets the ball. And when he's getting a pass given to him, he seems to just fluff it and it goes out for a Sunderland throw-in. What's the Wednesdays fans' thoughts on Max Lowe's play? The way he disappears, he's buggered off. Oh, no, Luke 09 anyway on the left-hand side for Sunderland. And Sunderland can build from the left-hand side. Luke 09. Giving a bit of a clatter there on the back. But he managed to dispatch it, but it's a Wednesday throw-in. Comes out to Sirkin. Sirkin kicks it out. Sirkin. It manages to get out off a Wednesday player to a Sunderland throw-in. But Ingleson intercepts that. And Ingleson will try and run down the right-hand side, but he is dispossessed by Elise. And Elise passes it to Luke 09. And Luke 09 now is in the defensive area. Luke 09 gives it to Patterson, pushes it up. Well, I don't know how that came Wednesday throw-in. Missed it completely. They missed the ball completely. Iorfa now in defence, and he gives it to Beadle, who's outside his box actually. So Beadle, he probably doesn't want to be in the box, does he? I mean, he's like, "Get me out, please! I don't want to be in there." Beadle, Max Lowe's actually further back than what Beadle is, so that gives you an idea of how far out he is.
Clinically good day as well. I think Chris Rigg, as you mentioned, he put that good ball in for the fourth goal there, but he's had a real huge influence on the game today, I think, with the way he's picked up the ball.
I don't think Chris Rigg's had a bad game. I don't think he's been central.
Pass. And, him coming in for Brown.
I think he's been good. I don't think he's been brilliant. Radio seems to think he's been brilliant, but
today is going to be hard to dislodge.
Yeah, he's really good.
Not bad, but clinical is probably the better way of putting it.
Dan Neil in the middle of the park. We just got a slight delay to proceedings because one of the advertising displays behind Anthony Patterson's goal is blown away in the wind.
That's what it is. One of the advertising hoardings at Sheffield Wednesday is now blown away in the wind, and they're waiting for it to be moved out of the way. I mean, oh dear me, wouldn't happen at Rotherham. It's all electronic and bolted to the ground. Beadle now across to Windass. Windass now. We'll probably actually turn that off, to be honest. Keep it on anyway. So Beadle just tapping it between the defenders. Bernard Smith on the halfway line. So what can Michael Smith do on his own in the middle of the park? So, I mean, he's supposed to be with Lowe, but Jamal Lowe is nowhere to be seen. Pass it to Valerie to sort of run down that right-hand wing. Here's some Masaba.
He's challenged those. Superb challenge. Coming in on him from John
Bellingham comes back
Sheffield Wednesday
to
at least now
hit it
have
back
themselves a corner.
for a corner. So it's
Yeah,
Wednesday
it's,
corner.
Just like I say,
Awkward when the radio is doing the same pace as me. So it's a Wednesday corner from the Wednesday right, and we'll see whether Wednesday can make something of it. They've certainly got both Jamal and Michael Smith on there. Oh, that was it! Sort of bounced out, and they cleared it, but they cleared it to Michael Smith, and then Ingleson pushes it back in, but Elise manages to kick it out, but only throws Valerie. Has a shot on target. Batson saves that one in to the bottom left of the goal, and Patson can stop that immediately. And I think it's just slow that one down in defence now for Sheffield Wednesday. For Sunderland, gives it to Sirkin. Sirkin manages to just keep it in, but we're going to have that's gone out, and it will be a substitution again for Sheffield Wednesday.
3 goals unanswered from here from Sunderland would also equal the biggest ever win at this level. So the biggest ever league win was against Newcastle 9-1. The biggest ever win at championship level or first division level as it was then was back in 1998 when they beat Oxford 7-0. And interesting to note, one of the players for Oxford that day was Dean Windass.
Well, Josh Windass has just been replaced because we're seeing a double change from Danny Roll. Valentina and Palmer on Windass and Valerie are
Windass and Valerie off. Windass, yes, the tackling was his tackling's caused a whole awful lot of that. Valerie, I'm surprised that Valerie's played quite well down it. He has been dispossessed a few times, but I don't think he's played really badly. They're obviously, I think, throwing everything at. It looks like they're trying to control midfield. So Sirkin for Sunderland, and Sirkin now tries threading it through, but Bannon's all the way back in the goal area, and Bannon pushes it out. Oh, Smith gets it off 9, and Neil, and nearly had a chance there, but Hume managed to just get it. The ball went away from. It was poorly controlled by Smith, and Hume grabs it, and Hume can try and push it through. He pushes it through to Neil to Sirkin back to Jack Clark, back to Bellingham. We're on the halfway line. Neil passes it through to Neil, and Bellingham now is running forward, and he grabs the ball back with the 1-2. Bellingham passing across the right side, back again to Neil. Playing through 1-2s now. Try Hume and Neil. Rigg will play. Oh, it was a cross, but Palmer grabs that one and makes sure that that's not going to be in the back of the net by kicking it out. And it's a Sunderland throw in. And if this goes long, this is it's gone sideways, and Bellingham's grabbed it. Elise. O'Nien, Hume, Roberts now on the right. Neil, Rigg now again. What's he going to do? Is he going to always be dispersed by Bernard, as he possibly better called.
As well, there's no sort of fear from them, or there's no sort
of. But Bernard is tackled hard there. I just have a wait for it to be.
Just go and express themselves and enjoy themselves.
Back to Sunderland. Sunderland with Try Hume now. Try Hume gives it to Meyende to Try Hume. Hume now on the right-hand side, right near the line, but Masaba cuts in on that one and gives it to Michael Smith, who gives it back to Ingleson to Bannon. Bannon now on the left-hand side. What can Bannon do? He's just trying to. He's got that many red shirts around him. He's almost not know what to do. He gives it right, manages to get to Iorfa, who passes it short to Palmer, and Palmer now can try and do something on the right-hand side. Where he just passes it 1-2s with Bannon. Bannon back to Ingleson. Very tight units now along that, just behind the halfway line. Palmer back to Beadle, back to Iorfa, forward to Bernard. Musaba pushing it through to Smith. What can Smith do? Well, he's just hit a wall of red who passes it back, and then that gets pushed over the defence to Musaba, who's right on the.
Held up by Elise, who does a good job.
But
the central defender coming
the defender comes and pushes it back out.
Has diverted behind for a corner a little bit better.
It's going to be a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. So Sheffield Wednesday now for a corner. And let's see what Sheffield Wednesday can do with this one. Musaba is did a good job there, but the defender came across and poor cross. Patterson just grabbed that one out of the air. So that was a wasted corner. As Sunderland pass it to Jack Clark on the far left. He's approaching the halfway line. Musaba seems to just know exactly where he's going to kick it. Intercepts it low. Bernard loses it to Try Hume, who pushes it through the middle. A nice clinical pass to Mayende. But Mayende is not really a tackler, and Bannon finds it quite easy to just pick off his feet. Palmer for Sheffield Wednesday.
Players like Palmer, other reliable characters that he can, perhaps
Bannon.
Trust a bit more.
Jamal Lowe. I'm actually quite surprised Max Lowe is still on the field. Playing pretty dismally, but Valentin, Max Lowe, Valentin, can he cross it? Can he cross the ball? If he can cross the ball, bloody connection goes at the wrong time. Go away. So it's back for Sheffield Wednesday as I'll pull it back to midfield. And Iorfa, Bannon, pushes it forward to Musaba. Musaba's getting a lot further forward now, but he passes it back to Jamal Lowe. And they're sort of doing a quick 1-2s now between Musaba and Jamal Lowe. Bernard is staying on that halfway line with Bannon. Max Lowe is sort of hugged in between them, and there's a sort of triangle going on at the minute between the three of them. And I don't mind if they keep it, and fine. They pass it to Palmer, Iorfa, Bannon tries a through ball, but Elise grabs that one.
They'll concede territory in order to exploit the space in behind.
60 minutes now and 26 seconds, and Bernard is on the left-hand side for Sheffield Wednesday. Bannon. They're actually doing quite well now, and they're sort of, they're looking quite comfortable on the ball, Sheffield Wednesday, which is perhaps a little bit too late now at 4-0 down. But we'll see what happens as Sunderland make a sneaky little long-range shot, and I mean very long, and the goalie kicks it out. And they make another sort of long range shot, and again he just this time he kicks it to Bernard, and we're sort of at the minute where we're circuit. Ingleson intercepts that one. What can he do? Well, he can pass it back to Palmer. Valentin was staying on the right hand side. They need to get this ball in. Smith gets it, but he's way out of the box. Palmer can't do the 1-2 with Smith, and it gets intercepted by Jack Clark, and Jack Clark can now try and thread it through, but Iorfa grabs that in the centre circle. Bernard, Iorfa, just doing a couple of. There's that triangle again with Bannon, and Palmer now can try and bring up the right hand side, but he's got to be very careful because Valentin now back to Beadle. Beadle's well out of his box there. Iorfa.
Yeah,
Bernard, Iorfa.
he's trying to affect the game from the centre of the park, and also trying to.
Sirkin grabs that one, and Valentin makes sure he's not getting anywhere further. Thank you very much.
He's almost like a real manager, isn't he? You know, you can imagine he would make a good manager.
And it's gone out, and it's going to be off. It's actually gone out of him, so it's gone off for a Wednesday throw. Back to Palmer. I thought it might have been a foul, actually, but it wasn't. Palmer try and play it across the midfield. They're just doing a nice keeping the ball. 09 challenges him and kicks it across, and it's a goal kick to Sheffield Wednesday.
Defensively, it has to be said, but they've held firm and never looked flustered. Sheffield Wednesday are offering a bit more now. 73% possession in their favour over the last 10 minutes.
What have we got? Max Lowe now on the left-hand side for Sheffield Wednesday, and Sheffield Wednesday can build on that left.
Well, will come after they've 4 goals without reply. At least they're showing some character.
Yeah, I just wonder when we'll see
Bernard and Max Lowe having a bit of a triangle together.
You know, he couldn't do much more really to press his claims, and in this situation, why not give him a go?
And Max Lowe again just misses it, and it goes out for a Sunderland throw-in. And again, Max Lowe, who did the fluff there, and Try Hume now. Oh, Try Hume misses it, and Bernard can build with that from the throw-in from Sheffield Wednesday. Bernard now. Bernard's come back into the game quite nicely, as has Bannon. Bannon and Bernard are doing a nice little with Lowe. Bannon, Bernard, Lowe, nice little triangle there, and they're trying to play just calm the game down.
He just stole about 5 yards as well with the placement of the ball on the free kick.
Goes through to Bannon, like I said, it's just keeping that little triangle going. Back to basics, I think, is probably what we're talking about now. A little bit push, but across, but it just didn't quite reach Smith, and it goes out for a Sunderland goal kick. So it was a nice try. Bernard just did a nice little cross, and Smith just couldn't get his foot to it. And Patterson now builds from the defence, but as he kicks it out, the defender kicks it further, tries to do a quick run, but Ingleson intercepts that nicely. So far we've had Valerie off, Windass off, and Gassama off. We've had on Michael Smith, Valentin, and Palmer. So Wednesday are trying their best to pull everyone forward and see whether it works. At the minute, it's not done too bad. They are actually doing a lot better than what they were. We're on 65 minutes, and Max Lowe has it. I would have preferred Max Lowe. If I was a Wednesday supporter, I'd be saying get Max Lowe off, but he's, again, Max Lowe fluffs it, and it goes out for a Sunderland throw-in. Roberts, back to Max Lowe. Go on, miss it and go over. Yep, you've missed it, and it's gone over for a Sunderland throw-in. Max Lowe is absolutely, I'm going to say it, is shite. Rig, Elise to the left-hand side. Clark. I'd love to know what anybody else is thinking before. Oh, he's disappeared. Right, okay. Jack Clark tries to pass it across, but comes back, and Sirkin grabs it, gives it back to Elise. Elise to Luke 09. Luke 09 now the put that up there now. Luke 09 gives it to Roberts. Roberts now. Oh, shot by Robbie. A couple of little nifty little turns, gets round the defence and just has a quick shot, and it goes out for a Sheffield Wednesday corner. That it wasn't far off. A number 5 there. Pirouette. Nicely described by that man. Pirouetted on the right-hand side, and it nearly went in, but not quite.
Yeah, Robert's enjoying himself today on that left-hand side.
So I think Muyende is going to be trying for his hat-trick here. He'll certainly be wanting to do something. They're playing. They're starting to just push forward again now, and Sunderland are trying to just do the old probe down the left-hand side, pull it back to Patterson, and then back to the right-hand side. Try and probe up the right-hand side. They're keeping the ball nicely in defence. So this time it's Bernard on the floor. The last time it was the advertising hoarding. No, it really was the advertising hoarding. Apparently, it's so windy at Hillsborough that the advertising hoarding's fallen now, and it caused a temporary stoppage in play. I've never had that. I'd rather them have electronic ones, so they're not likely to fall over. They've been bolted to the ground.
Substitutions set to happen right now for
so Bernard, who's been playing really well. I would hate to have Bernard injured. I hate to have any player injured, but oh dear. It's Bernard who's coming up. Bernard's injured, and he's been one of their two best players. Bernard and Bannon's been playing brilliant together. Bernard is injured and is being substituted. Well, Jamal Lowe's coming off. I saw the board go up. I thought it was, with him being on the floor, I thought it was going to be.
Coming on in his place. Assuming this is a Hickway. No, it's Ugbo. It's Ike Ugbo who comes on for him.
Oh, we're going for Ugbo for Jamal Lowe. So we're going for just well, it really is a straight change. Ugbo. Let's see what Ugbo can do. I quite like Ugbo. It'd be nice to see him play. I think, yeah, be interesting. Michael's Luke O'Neill. Michael Smith got it, but Luke O'Neill nicked it at the last minute. Bellingham now. Pass to Elise. Sunderland now trying to build from midfield. And we're in the centre circle with Elise. Elise tries a threaded ball down the left-hand side, but Iorfa's too key. Iorfa's got a really good eye on him down that right-hand side for Wednesday, and he keeps knowing exactly where they're passing the ball, and he seems to know exactly where they're passing it before they passed it. And he gets clattered into because, hey, that's my ball, and Iorfa can win a free kick on their back right. Wednesday can take their jolly time on taking the free kick, because at the minute it's Sunderland 4, Wednesday 0. Beadle takes the free kick. It goes all the way through to ricochets off to Ingleson, who pulls it back to Palmer, and he tries a threaded ball, but that ball just goes straight to Neil. Neil in the centre circle now. He's going to just take his own time and tries to run across to the right, and then threads it to somebody. Comes across to Hume. Try Hume in the box and pass. Oh, and it gets clattered into, and Michael Smith gets the ball somehow in the midfield. Michael Smith, not known for his tackling or passing game, gets clattered into. So Ingleson will take that, and it'll go to Bannon and back to Masaba.
20 minutes to go. Sunderland 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. 3-0 after 24 minutes. And fourth goal really
just like confirmation of the Ugbo. Yeah, confirmation of the Ugbo change as we go back to the to the game, and it's Palmer, runs down the right-hand side, running forward, gives it to Valentine. Valentine tries running down further down, but Bellingham, Joe Bellingham grabs it from him, and Joe Bellingham will now play it. Well, no, not going to play it. He's going to run with it and pass it to Luke O'Neill and try Hume. Trying to get it up the right-hand side now. Roberts, Rigg, Hume, Roberts. They're doing what Wednesday were doing minutes ago, just playing this little triangle game. Luke O'Neill across to the other side, like I say, Elise. Bellingham back to Elise. We're going to back to the right-hand side, perhaps. Patterson. It's on 72 minutes now, and Patterson's got it in the goal, and now pass it to Try Hume. Riggs being started for me is been pretty good, but I know the radio thinks he's been excellent. I think he's been pretty good. He's started to come back into it quite a lot now, so I think he's gone from being there but extremely critical to a lot more in the thick of it now, and critical. Clinical. So Try Hume can try and build it. It gives it to Rigg, or gives it to Bellingham. Right outside of Meyandes on the edge. But the Wednesday defence have done really well there. They've managed to block him out. And the ball comes back to Bellingham, who goes across to Roberts. And Bellingham and Roberts are trying their best to play a 1-2, but it fails. It goes out to Rigg, and Rigg now can pass it back to Bellingham. They're really pushing Bellingham. They're pushing Bellingham, Rigg, and Luke O'Neill, and actually Wednesday have done well there. They kept egging on and pushing them, and the whole Sunderland side just had to go backwards because the wall of blue shirts was just not going to get broken through. So for once, the Wednesday defence held up. Clark, Rigg's been a pain as far as his clinical ability, I agree. Goes to Neil, and it's a weak, whether that's a pass or a shot, I don't know, but Beadle's got it anyway, and it will be with the goalkeeper. Beadle has the ball, so he can do what he likes with it. So what's Beadle going to do? He's going to welly it to Smith, who passes it to Ugbo, and Ugbo loses it to another one red shirt, gives it to Neil, gives it to Bellingham, back to Neil. Pushes it to Johnson. Johnson now for Wednesday. Johnson going up the left-hand side, and I'm just trying to have to look at that. That's where Gassama was, wasn't it? So, he passed it to Roberts, unfortunately, and Roberts runs with it against the defence of Sheffield Wednesday, but Palmer intercepts that one as it tries going to the left-hand wing. Gives it to Bannon. Bannon now, back to Valentine. Valentine's been okay, not been brilliant, but he's not doing bad. Gives it to Iorfa. Bannon. Iorfa. Come on, do something with it. Gently passing it back. Bernard actually been really well, but he's limping a little bit, I think. He doesn't seem to have the... I think that last tackle, or the last two tackles that he's been given, have really rattled into him, and he's showing... as it comes back to him now as a long pass, and Bernard grabs it and gives it to Iorfa. He's actually not keeping the ball either. He's just there. He's giving it to Masaba. He's not holding on to the ball. He was holding on to it, but he's limping, and he's whenever he grabs the ball, he's passing it straight away instead of running with it. It doesn't seem to have it doesn't seem to have the same strength on the... I'd be a little bit worried about his whether he needs to come off. I actually thought the last one was going to be Bernard coming off because he was on the ground. And they took Jamal Lowe off, and that's totally confused me because he's not been too. It does look a little bit worse for wear. So Iorfa wins a free kick. A substitution for Sunderland. I wonder if Mayenda will get. I don't know. I'm trying to think who they're going to take off because it's very, very difficult. They've all been.
Okay, I think these are the changes then that Regis Lebris is going to make, and Chris Rigg, who got his first start of the season today, I thought was excellent. Possibly
Chris Rigg is coming off.
Is going to be replaced now. One of a couple of changes being made by.
I'm actually quite surprised that Chris Rigg's coming off because he has played really well. And he was starting to come into it even more. But as far as his clinical ability is really strong.
First one, left-footed strike from the turnover possession. Second one was also a left-footed finish set up by Clark's cutback. That was right at the start of the second half. That really did kill off all hope that Sheffield Wednesday had of saving this game. So
we're just doing substitutions for
the Black Cats. Rusin is Ukrainian. Nazali Rusin, signed from Zoria.
I'm not going to try and say that. Oh dear. Nazari Rushin.
Having played for Sunderland briefly last season as well.
Wow.
As Sheffield Wednesday have it now, in the right back position.
Bellingham kicks it out, and Wednesday have a throw in, and they give it to Bellingham, who loses it to Ingleson, and Ingleson gives it to Palmer, and he has a quick tap across, but it's snuffled out by the goalkeeper.
Throws it towards Ingleson, but it's timed up nicely by at least. Then a shot comes in, or poor effort really. Was it a shot? Was it a cross? From Palmer, we'll never know because it wasn't great.
Palmer was. It was from Palmer. It just trickled to the goalkeeper, and the Sunderland goalkeeper Patson just picks it up, and just a wasted effort by Palmer. Whether it was a shot or a cross, who will ever know? Because it was garbage. Neil for Sunderland, and he'll pass it to Rushin. Rushin loses it to Iorfa, gives it to Ingleson. He's trying to jog around Rushin, and he manages it, but loses it to Bellingham. Bellingham to Neil.
Yeah, they got fleeced by Laurie on that day. £13 million plus they paid for Didier and Dong. I'm not sure how many games he played for Sunderland, but Laurie saw it coming.
Luke 09.
09 striding forward out of defence.
Oh, Rushin, and Rushin comes rushing in on the right hand side.
Rushin in the channel. He's gone over. Back to his feet, the Ukrainian, but Iorfa was
he falls over his own feet, and it eventually comes back to Beadle and over to Palmer. So pretty rubbish control by Rushin. Rushin comes rushing in, and Wednesday has scored. Wednesday have got one back. Oh no, that's been offside as well.
Smith's got a chance to show a clean pair of heels, but great recovery pace from 09 and also from Hume. Stabs it back for a goal kick. For a corner.
Corner? Oh, hang on a minute. They got a goal noted on, flashed on the screen there, and nothing happened. Just to piss me off. Is that what it is? It was Wednesday corner anyway. Bellingham comes across to Bellingham. Bellingham gives it to Palmer, who runs into the box. Palmer now gives it. Well, it's Ingleson and Rushin on the far right for Wednesday. Back to Bannon, back to Ingleson. Crosses it, but Sirkin gives it to Jack Clark. Jack Clark on the left-hand side can probably try and do a quick run here if he's really clever. But Jack Clark gets hacked as he gets the ball. And Sheffield Wednesday get a yellow card. So Bernard hacked Sirkin there, and it's a yellow card to Bernard. I'm surprised he can do a foul, because he still seems to be he's not limping as much, but he certainly seems to be a bit less likely to be doing running. Elise now across to Luke O'Neill. Patterson, Elise, he's doing a lot of running. Elise now. Sirkin.
Yeah, Sunderland maybe looking for a fifth goal just to put the icing on the cake. None of the fans at the Stadium of Light have headed home on a Sunday.
And nip over a second.
There's a foul on Rusick by Iorfa, and Iorfa's just giving a bit back to the referee there. He's in his ear and he's complaining that there was no worth of
Sirkin on the left hand side. Sirkin for Sunderland. He tries running down that left flank, but comes up against a blue sea as he tries giving it to Bellingham, but just can't get through it, so he gives it back to Luke O'Neill. Luke O'Neill now trying to push it forward, and it goes straight out for a Wednesday throw. Palmer, Valentin. 83 minutes, and it's Palmer now for Sheffield Wednesday on the right. Tries crossing it in. Patterson wasn't going to have a problem with that one, so Patterson there. So Patterson is playing a bit of football with Elise. So it's Patterson and Elise having a bit of a kick around, and then up to Joe Bellingham. Bellingham there. Neil. Hume now. Try Hume on the right hand side. Pass it back to Luke O'Neill. Ahushishe. Hume. Oh, Bernard grabs that one. What can Bernard do on the left hand side? He passes it forward, but Roberts intercepts that, and Roberts now can try and pass it back. Yeah, Luke O'Neill. Will it go to the other side? Yes, it does, with Elise and Bellingham. Oh, and again they're really tackling quite hard. There's another yellow card for Sheffield Wednesday.
Elise now knocks it forward, and there's a foul on Clark by Palmer, just fending him off.
Palmer now getting a yellow card, and Sunderland are making another substitution. So they brought off Chris Rigg, they brought off Miende. And they brought on Rusin and Ushishe, and now they're going to. So another one.
Sheffield Wednesday 0, 5.5 minutes to go, and now we're going to see another change. So Patrick Roberts has had a great game. He set up the opening goal with his set piece delivery.
So Roberts is coming off.
He comes off having had a very good 85 minutes to standing ovation from at least 3.5 sides of the ground. Be a key player for them this season. I think Roberts, he stays fit, and he's going to be replaced here by Romain Mundle.
I don't know that one. Mundle, Romain Mundle.
Yeah, one of the young players that's
at least back to Patterson, and Sunderland are. I think they're quite happy to be keeping it at 4-0 now. It's Sunderland with Elise. Elise at the far side, at the right hand side, at left hand side. Elise now passing it back, gets back to Elise, back to Luke O'Neill, back to Elise, Bellingham, O'Neill, Ashishe. Back to try Hume on the right hand side. Mundle now. What can Mundle do? Just come on, he can pass it back to Luke O'Neill. Back to Sirkin on the left hand side. We're going left, right. Ugbo nicks that ball into Bannon. What can Bannon do? Oh, come on, Ingleson. We're holding off on it. Back to Valentin on the right. Palmer, but he'll lose it to Bellingham. If you're going to do it, you need to do things quick. You need to attack them, not pass the ball 3 or 4 times. You've got to it's got to be quicker than that. Bellingham kicks it out for a corner, but Wednesday had the chance there to just quickly get it in. And that's the sort of thing that Smith likes. Quickly get it in, and he'll get it in the net at least once every 4 times. But they just didn't bother to get it in, and it ends up being a corner.
On the back of his shirt, he's having a little bit of a tussle at the back post with Smith, just to try and
bit of fighting in the box here with Smith. Oh, rush in! No, rubbish. Rush in, Clark, Jack Clark. Now, can they make a counter attack? Will it? No, it's crossed to the opposite side like they usually do, but Michael Smith for Sheffield Wednesday grabs it. Like I say, he's not really a tackler, and Mundle will now try give it to Tryhume and Ushishe. Ushishe now gives it back to Luke O'Nine. Both the new, the last 2 substitutions, Ushishe and Mundle seem to be constantly giving it back to Luke O'Nine. This time he loses it to Ingleson. And Ingleson has a shot, but it's off target. It's not going anywhere for Sheffield Wednesday. It'll be a Patterson goal kick.
Drops in midfield. Shot is ballooned up in the air. It's half deflected from Musaba, and it's an easy claim for Patterson.
Yeah, not too much to do in terms of, say, Anthony Patterson in this game.
So it's been quite sedate by Sheffield Wednesday since they've made all these changes. How many changes have they made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes so far. Has it made a difference to the game? No. It did at first. It made a little bit of difference. Then they controlled midfield better, but Joe Bellingham seems to be being taken out a little bit more often. But apart from that, it's not made much difference. To the right, to the left, they're passing it along the back line now. Sunderland just keeping the ball and making sure that it's Luke O'Nine at the minute. Tryhume on the right, Ushishe now, and Ushishe gives it to Bellingham. Tries a little bit of push forward, but Beadle's well about that one, and Beadle can start to play out from the back. Bannon, Johnson.
90th minute, and Sheffield Wednesday do need to that's a mistake.
Back to Bernard. Beadle. I think at the minute, with 90 minutes now up, they are basically going to just play out the 4-0. Elise, injury time 6 minutes. With 6 minutes of injury time, as Luke O'Nine is in the middle of the centre circle, gives it to Neil. Neil back to Elise. Elise now back to O'Nine. O'Nine to Elise. Clark. Palmer blocks that one, so Palmer can give it to Musaba. Musaba now loses it to Ashishe, who runs past him and into the Wednesday half. Is still going. Ashishe as he approaches. He gives it to Mundle. Does 1-2 with Ashishe. Gets into the corner of the box, but it's he just has to tap it back to Hume. Tryhume now running towards the centre of the box. Right on the edge, gives it to Jack Clark. They're queuing up to give a shot, but Sirkin gets it on the left and gives it to Bellingham, who gives it back to Jack Clark. And we can sort of take a bit of a breather now with Elise, O'Nine, Elise. And we're back in the half, in the Sunderland half again. Jack Clark now gives it back to Patterson. And that does look like what we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing them play out this game till the end. It's going to finish 4-0, I think. Luke O'Nine, Tryhume. Watch me be wrong just because I said it. Ushishe. Whoa, Mundle, where the hell did he come from? Ushishe threaded it to Mundle. But
it could be a chance here from Mundle, who's broken forward into the penalty area, but there's good defending this time from Iorfa, who gets his body.
Iorfa managed to kick that one out.
Yeah, between Iorfa and Bernard, they do a decent job of.
Iorfa and Bernard have been an absolute stalwart in the back. I mean, I know they've let 4 in, but Bernard especially has been absolutely on top of the Wednesday defence, and he's done a damn good job in midfield as well. So he's actually done a good job there, good role.
What the championship holds in store for them this season today. Danny Rolls, still a young manager, obviously highly rated. Did so well last season. A very difficult situation.
Wednesday, have it with Beadle, gives it out to Jack Clark. Kicked it towards the right-hand side. And actually, Jack Clark didn't manage to get it because it did. It went for a Wednesday throw. Gives it to Iorfa. Bernard, I thought he'd missed it, but he did actually get it. Across to Johnson on the left. Johnson on the left now, trying to push it down to Musaba. Musaba now. Well, Musaba to Michael Smith, but he's off target and not going to harm Patterson whatsoever.
Next man, set up a good chance there. It's skied. It's skied by Smith. The substitute.
Smith hits the local Seagull, and I think the Seagull's just landed. No, Michael Smith's shot there just hit the Seagull, and the Seagull got injured. He'll be got by the RSPCA for harming seagulls on purpose.
Free strike on his weaker left foot, yes, but he's only 12-13 yards out and he's leaning far too far back and it goes way over the top of the crossbar.
Former AFC Wimbledon striker was quite prolific at the lower levels, but you won't get many better chances than that to
Bernard. Bellingham. Bernard gets it back off Bellingham, loses it to him and gets it straight back. But he loses it to Sirkin then. So Sirkin, pass it to Mundle. Mundle has a shot and it's on target, but it's saved by Beadle. And Beadle manages to keep that one. And he's frantically trying to get rid of it. Gives it to Johnson. Nearly 5-0 there as Tri-Hume grabs it off from Johnson's through ball. We'll let that go. Bellingham now in the middle. Bellingham to Jack Clark. Jack Clark tries right to the side. And I'm going to have to turn that on. Oh, yeah, I didn't realise that the plug wasn't turned on. So we've got Iorfa now for Sheffield Wednesday on the right. And I think we will be finishing in about 50 seconds. Johnson, Bernard, Musaba, Ugbo. Musaba runs in, but Bellingham takes it from him in the box. And Bellingham is just going to push that out for you. Go for the corner. Yeah, it's a corner. Wednesday can now try and get one goal back and come away with at least a goal from this. Will Sheffield Wednesday? It's the last kick of the game, I think, this one, guys. Comes in, Jack Clark kicks it out. Ingleson rushing to Clark. Jack Clark now, last few kicks of the game. If I don't think it's gonna.
And here's a break for Sunderland from the corner. They've broken up towards the halfway line with Clark. Clark goes down.
And that's it.
Back up and he's fouled again.
Clark gets fouled twice as the referee calls time on the game, and it's Sunderland 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. And I have to say that was a game of first 8 minutes for all Sheffield Wednesday. And then after that, it just seemed to disappear into thin air for Sheffield Wednesday. So I hope you enjoyed it. If anybody does replay it, then please like and subscribe. and click the bell. And we will be doing other lives. I'm hoping to come back on for a League One. I do League One and Championship, a little bit of running. It's your friendly, your friendly sports channel. I like to think that I give you something a little bit different, something a little bit out of the ordinary. I'm not one of these that's just going to be I give you the commentary absolutely spot on, and people love me because I know the history of every single team member of every single 92 clubs. I haven't got a clue of most of them. My memory is shot. But I try and make it friendly and happy and enjoyable. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Like, subscribe. I'll see you again at the next Watch Along.